Find yourself in a comfortable seat in your chair. And I am actually going to begin today sharing the message that I wish to spread from a wonderful book that I refer to very often. And this book is by an author named Judith Lasater. And she is a yoga teacher and many times over published author. She's written some great books, and you can look her up on the internet and get some interesting information from her. This book is called A Year of Living Your Yoga. And it is separated into tiny little blurbs. So I don't know if you can see this, but it's like dates, right? And it's just a tiny little paragraph. And each paragraph is just kind of an inspiration. So it's not necessarily associated with the days, the date, like in an astrological way. It's just a message for the day. So you could randomly open the book to any page and get some inspiration. But I'm actually going to use the inspiration that is on July the 3rd, because today is July the 3rd, and I love this message. So you might want to close your eyes so that you can open your ears a little bit better. And here is what Judith Lasater says for today. Your body is the vehicle for your spirit's expression in the world. Your body is the vehicle for your spirit's expression in the world. And so just let that resonate with you for a moment. That's sweet and simple little message. And here I want to talk about the fact that so many of us, particularly women, and we happen to be all girls in this class today, but particularly women, we tend to look at all of those parts of our bodies that we're not so happy with, right? We focus on, oh, our belly is too fat and our arms are too skinny, right? We have sagging jowls in the neck and crow's feet in the eyes. Graying hair, a big tush and small boobs, whatever it is, there's a real constant focus for many women on the negative parts of their body. Today, I want to use that message from Judith Lasater as a way to be in gratitude for our bodies, right? Our bodies are supposed to change throughout our entire lifetimes. Right? And perhaps as we age, we seem to see more changes, or I should say more obvious changes, right? Just like we saw more obvious changes in the early years of our lives, right? When you watch a baby grow into adulthood, and then maybe the body doesn't change so much in those decades in between when we start to shift to what we would consider being in an aging process. And so I want you here to just tune inward to the beat of your heart, right? And we're going to be in gratitude for our bodies, gratitude for the heart that pumps blood and oxygen through all of the cells of your body. Gratitude for the musculoskeletal system that allows you to stand tall and sit upright. It allows you to walk and to lie down, to move throughout your day. And gratitude for the digestive system that takes every bit of food that you bring into your body and it separates what you need in terms of nutrients, and it separates the waste and passes it away, right? Your lungs, healthy and strong, your immune system, like boxing gloves in a ring against disease and bacteria and viruses, something to be really grateful for at this present time. So this body, the body that is a well-oiled machine, that body is something to be grateful for. It's miraculous in its function. Absolutely nothing shy of a miracle here. So please turn your palms to face upward. You can keep the eyes closed, and we're just going to begin with a little meditation, right? One of my favorite simple meditations that actually connects just a little bit of movement. And it's really good for those of us who have some shvilky, some of us who have a hard time sitting still. Can you tap gently your thumb to your pointer fingers on both hands? You don't have to hold yours up like mine, but I'm just doing it for a better visual. Yeah, in case you need it. And then shift the thumb to gently tap to the middle finger. Good. Shift the thumb to gently tap to the ring finger. And then shift the thumb to tap to the pinky. Good. So to do that cycle one more time on your own, just tapping each finger tip and just feel it. Like, so if you move slowly, you can feel maybe the sensitivity, the nerves that exist in the fingertips. Yeah, maybe one more round here. I love that. The hands are such a gift. Think of what they enable you to do. All right, now we're going to add in an affirmation here. So a forward affirmation correlates really nicely with the 4-finger tap. And so with each word, we're going to tap each finger, right? You can say it out loud if you wish. Everyone is on mute, right? Or you can just say it in your head. The affirmation is going to be grateful for my body, right? So the word grateful, we tap the pointer finger, for the middle finger, my, the ring finger, body, the pinky. So let's do that 4 cycles together. Grateful for my body. Grateful for my body. Grateful for my body. Do maybe 2 or 3 more on your own. Just quiet. Really, really nice. And then relax the fingers. Take a good, big, full breath into the belly. Open the mouth and let it out. Good. Now, bring your hands onto your belly. You can open your eyes here. And I think that there's somebody who's not muted. So perhaps somebody who joined in, I'm hearing a little external noise. So thank you, Ellen. That's perfect. And I think everyone, yes. So welcome back, Ellen. I'm glad you got your internet working well. So welcome back. All right. So with the hands on the belly, sit up nice and tall. And then see if you can do that little hip walk that brings you forward and back. So I like to start with that because it makes us really aware of so much. It makes us aware of how we are seated and where we are seated on the chair. It also actually wakes up and awakens the hips a little. You know, gratitude for those hips. I know a lot of people with issues in the hips that it's not a pleasant thing. Right? So when next time you find yourself as far forward on the chair as possible, like really, really far forward, good. Look at the feet. Make sure that the feet are hips distance, right? Toes are pointing forward. Keep the hands on the belly. Take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, you're just gonna lean back a few inches, right? I'm gonna give you a side view, right? So I'm far enough forward on my chair that when I lean back, I'm not touching the chair, right? There might be this temptation to just kind of collapse into the chair, but I want you to really use the muscles of your core, right? So last week we talked all about that reinvention and really aligning with the essence of the true self, right? That we already have everything we need right here. Everything we need inside this house, this body that holds our spirit, that expresses ourselves to the world. Good. Give me one more breath in. Exhale and rise back up, right? So you probably felt a little sensation in the hip flexors, right? It's all good. We're gonna slide the hands up a little higher onto the chest this time. Good. Take a nice breath in. As you exhale, lean back again, right? Maybe you go back a little further. Try to keep this length in the spine so we're not getting rounded or we're not sticking those ribs out too much, right? The core is working, the legs are working. Breathe. See if you can let the hands rise up when you breathe into them. Yeah. Woo, yes. And then inhale, bring you back up again. All right. Release the arms out and up. Take a nice stretch there. Good. Bend the elbows. Bring the hands to the back of the head. I like to bring my thumbs down the neck. Open the elbows wide. Good. All right. You may have guessed it. We're going to take another action. It might feel a little bit more challenging here. Honor your body and know that you can always come out sooner than I ask you to if you need to. Big breath in. And exhale. Lean back. Woo, yes, see if you can lean the head into the hands, opening the elbows wide, right? If nothing else in this moment, can you acknowledge your strength, right? Even if that strength only allows you to lean back for one cycle of breath. So good, right? One more nice inhale if you've got it. And exhale, back up and release the hands down. Woo, so good, right? Maybe you actually feel like a little warm. When the core works, we get warmer. So now, see if you can straighten the legs out in front of you, right? And so you can just kind of take a moment to flex and point both of the legs and maybe even alternating, right? So that you stretch out the top of the foot, right? The calf and the shins a little bit. Good. And then once you get to a place where you feel like they've got some good lubrication, right? Like we talked about last week, the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz, right? Sometimes we feel like that, right? That Tin Man, he thought he didn't have a heart. He had it all along, yeah? All right. Point the toes, hands come back to the belly. Yeah, here we go again. Smile. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lean back. Woo, yeah. So notice if it feels different with straight legs. Maybe it feels more accessible. And you can play around here. Lift the toes up, just keep the heels down and see how that feels. So we're awakening the core, the strength of this beautiful body, the miracle of this beautiful body that works exactly how your body needs it to, yeah? Good. With an inhalation, rise back up, point the toes again. Slide the hands up higher to the chest. Good. Big breath in. And exhale, lean back. Woo, yeah. All right. Shifting the feet to a flexed position. Heels are down, toes are up. Oh my, muscular skeletal system, strong and incredible. Breath in and breath out. Remember that message, gratitude for my body. Last inhale here. And exhale, rise back up and point the toes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Bend the elbows. Thumbs come down the neck. Elbows open wide. Good. Big inhale. And exhale, lean back. Open the elbows wide. Shift the position of the toes. Flexing them. Toes are up. You're really letting the head rest back into the hands. This is so strong. Love your body. Breath in and breath out. Next exhalation. Woo, come back up, point the toes, hands to the thighs. Really, really good. Pause there. Nice. And then slowly, we're gonna bend those knees. And then I'd like you to bring your feet out a little wider than your hips, maybe even as wide as your mat. I don't know if you're all actually on a mat because I can't see that part of your body, but mat's width is probably, I don't know, 24 inches-ish, yeah? All right, really good. Now, with an inhalation, sweep the arms up. With an exhalation, bring them back down. Good, we're just gonna warm up the shoulder joint here. Inhale up. And exhale down. Each time you rise up, see if you can get a little bit more length out of the side body. Inhale up, not drawing the shoulders toward the ears, but lengthening through the ribs. Exhale back down. Good. One more time. Inhale up. This time, interlace the fingers, all but the pointer, right? The thumbs make an X. Good. Big breath in. As you exhale, lean the body over to the right. Nice. All right. Breathing. And while you're leaning to the right, notice if that left shoulder is curling forward, right? See if you can draw that left shoulder back and open. Good. The core keeps us stable here. And then inhale back to center. And exhale, switch sides. Leaning to the left. Oh, hello, side body. So if it feels like it's too tense here, like I love the way Anita looks right now, her elbows are softened, right? So bravo to you for honoring your body. If you need to, soften the elbows. If you can, maybe you straighten them and get more length. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release arms down by your side. Ooh, good. All right, now, see if you can actually straighten your legs out a little more. I've got a soft bend in my knee, but it's not a 90-degree like it was before, right? So some of you might be able to completely straighten them like this, not necessary, right? But just feel that the feet are grounded, the legs are nice and wide, but they are straight, all right? Good. Now, on an inhale, reach the arms up again. Interlace those fingers, make an X with the thumbs. All right, take another breath in. Exhale, lean to the right. Good. All right, so now as you lean into the right here, we're gonna add in the lower body, okay? So option, you could actually stay right here. If you feel like this is a challenge or a struggle, maybe you don't go further, but I'm gonna offer up this option of taking that left foot and sliding it over toward the right one. Oh yeah. Right, so we're getting a little bit more into the hip and the outside of that left thigh. Now, some of you might actually be able to cross ankle over ankle and point the toes. That's pretty intense. So take it if it feels good or if it's accessible for you. Keep drawing that left shoulder back. Yeah. And then inhale, torso back to center and leg back to the side. Release the arms down. Woo, yes. And just pause for a moment. And I love that. Everyone's like, woohoo. Looking good, Joanne. Looking good. All right. So just notice the difference between the sides of your body. Right? So that body that houses our spirit, that expresses ourselves through the world, like Judith Lasater said, it needs nurturing. It needs love and affection. On an inhale, reach the arms up. Interlace the fingers, right? Straightening those legs out again, and then leaning the body to the left. Good. Move my speaker, my microphone. Yeah, good. All right. So remembering that you could hold right here, or you can deepen by taking that right foot, lifting it up and sliding it over to the left. And oh my, do you notice how you get so much more accessibility in that whole right side body? Breath in and breath out. So good. And then inhale, torso back to center, legs uncross, and arms down. Yeah, and I forgot to offer the ankle over the ankle, probably because it felt like it was too much for me at that moment. All right, just pause. Good. Heel toe, the feet in a little closer, right? And then still keep them about hips distance apart. Nice. Let's slide the hands forward onto the knees. Draw that belly in to the chest, chin to chest, round back. So if you're still far forward enough on your chair, you'll have plenty of room to go into cat pose, right, without touching the back of your chair. And then with an inhale, bend those elbows, lift the head and chest, rock the body forward. Oh, squeeze the elbows in, shine your beautiful heart inside your beautiful body. Exhale, round and hunch. Good. So take a few cycles of that cat and cow. Right, maybe even paying attention here of the miracle of how the spine moves. It always fascinates me. We are created in divine order, for sure. All right, next time you come forward, stop in neutral. Good. Hands to the heart. On an inhale, reach the arms up. On an exhale, arms out like wings. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, look to the left, pivot and twist to the left and anchor your twist. Right, a familiar pose. We've done this so many times. So the right hand is on the outside of the left thigh, or maybe if your hands are long enough to get to the seat of the chair, and left hand is holding onto the back of the seat of the chair, and just rotate. Yeah, another miracle. Like, how does the spine move in so many different directions? Fascinating. Gratitude. Next inhale, release the arms forward and up. Exhale like wings. Good. Another breath in. Look to the right. Pivot and twist with your exhalation and anchor that twist. Yeah. Get a good grip on the chair, on the outer part of the leg, so that you can really feel like you've got some traction point for your rotation. Good. Next inhalation, both arms forward and up. And exhale, arms down by your side. Good. Heel toe, the feet again. About that max distance, keeping the knees bent. Good. Hands to heart center. On an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, arms like wings. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, look left, pivot and twist to the left, and anchor again. All right, so make sure here that your heels, I'm adjusting mine a little because I'm realizing they're not quite underneath my knees enough. So you want to have the ankle and the heel right underneath the knee, so that is like a nice 90-degree bend. All right, now the body is going to continue to twist to the left. And then you're going to lift just the left arm up. Just the left arm up. Good. Keep the bicep muscle by the ear. Keep that heart shining in the direction of the left. Lean the body to the right. So your right shoulder is leaning toward that right thigh. Oh, yeah. Right? So this is a combination twist pose and lateral bend pose. So miracle that your spine can actually do both of those shapes at the same time. Yeah, good. One more breath in. Now start to turn your gaze down toward the floor in between your feet. Bring that left hand across the body,
right? So that it holds onto the right knee. You make an X with your arms. Good. Now center your bodies. Some of you are kind of still leaning a little too heavy to the right. So center your body. Good. Bring your chin to your chest and just see if while you're holding on to those legs, can you just gently pull the middle backwards. Oh yeah, it's a really nice stretch for the spine, middle back, lower back, even across the shoulder blades. Oh, gratitude for my body. All right, now strong in the core, strong in the pelvic floor. With an inhale, unfurl those crossed arms, sweep them out and up. And exhale, down by your side. Just look at the feet, make sure they didn't get off position, right? So they're 90 degrees, but nice and wide. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, out like wings. Inhale again. Exhale, look to the right, pivot and twist the body to the right, and find that anchor. Good. Perhaps notice that when you revisit a pose, your body feels like even better in it or more accessible in it. Remember, we're going to continue to twist to the right, and we're going to reach that right arm up so that the bicep muscle comes toward the ear. As the heart shines right, the body is going to lean left. Take a big breath in and exhale, lean left shoulder toward left thigh, but keep drawing that right armpit and right shoulder open and rotating. Yeah, so is it just me or anyone else joining me in the knowledge of the miracle, or maybe even just the awe, right, of the miracle of how our bodies work? Really, really incredible. Yeah. And then slowly, slowly turn the gaze to look down toward the floor between the legs, taking that right hand across the body, making an X with the arms, holding onto the opposite knees. Yeah. And then chin to chest, gently pulling the middle back backwards. You could push the soles of the feet down and away to get a good stretch on the spine. Yeah. Breath in and breath out. All right, strong in the core, strong in the pelvic floor. On an inhale, unfurl those arms, sweep them out and up. And exhale, hands down by your side. Good. All right, now heel toe again, feet hips distance, so 6-8 inches-ish. Good, hands to the heart. We're just gonna get a little bit more of that amazing heart, pumping some oxygen through the body with a little flow. On an inhale, arms reach up. Exhale out like wings. Inhale, bend the elbows. And exhale, lean forward. Good. Inhale here. Hands to the knees. Exhale and fold in. Slide hands down. Good. Chin to chest. Pause there for a moment. First big forward fold. And then with an in-breath, hands slide up the shins. We lift and lengthen halfway. And exhale, fold back in. Sweep the arms out to the sides like a reverse swan dive and rise on up with an in-breath. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good, we're gonna take that a couple of more rounds. Inhale up. Exhale, wings. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lean halfway. Inhale again. Exhale, hands to knees, slide down, fold. Good. When the exhalation is complete, slide the hands up the shins halfway, lift and lengthen, breathe in. Exhale, maybe fold in deeper. Sweep arms out and up again like a reverse swan dive, breathe in. And exhale, hands to the heart. Maybe you start to feel a little rhythm. Take it again. Movement with breath. Inhale up. Exhale, wings. Inhale, bend elbows. Exhale, lean halfway. Good. Inhale again. Exhale, hands to knees and fold. Inhale, shins and halfway lift. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, sweep arms out with a rise on up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. One more for good measure. Inhale up. Exhale, wings. Inhale, bend. Exhale, hinge halfway. Good. Inhale. Exhale, knees and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, arms sweep out and up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Put your dominant hand on your heart, your non-dominant hand on top. Close your eyes and just see if you can connect with your beating heart. Right? From all that breath and movement, as gentle as it was, it should have activated that heart pumping. Oh, yeah. Gratitude for a heart that pumps blood through your body. Right? And that heart that expresses the spirit of who you are through your body. So good. And then slowly release the hands down. All right, we're gonna do one little sequence standing before we come back down to sit. Time is whisking away, so come to a standing position. And I want you to actually face the seat of your chair. You might need to move your chair, but you don't have to for me, right? So I'm gonna ask you to be facing the seat of your chair. All right, and then it's a really good kind of guideline. I want your feet to go wider than the chair. So step your feet out wider than the chair. So it's like a nice big stand. So kind of like we did, right? I'm gonna just show you here about how it would look, right? Maybe about, it depends on the length of your legs, what feels comfortable. But just like we did when we were seated and we straightened the legs out wide, all right? Take your hands to your hips. And slowly start to hinge at the hips and then bring your hands down to the chair, down to the seat of the chair. Good. All right, so this is a good place to pause and notice maybe you have the ability to go wider, right? For me, I'm finding that a wider stance feels a lot better. And just breathe, stay strong in the core and see if you have the ability to maybe lower down to the forearms. Right? This might be available to some of you, it might not, right? So don't beat yourself up if your body is not at that place today. You could always stay on the palms. Good. And then we're gonna center that left hand in the middle of the seat of the chair, so it could be palm or forearm. Take that right arm out to the right. Yeah, take a nice breath in. As you exhale, reach that right arm up to the ceiling. See if you can turn your head and your gaze to look up toward that right hand. Yeah, oh, you guys look so good, right? And now notice what's happening with those hips. They tend to kind of pull over to the right. Maybe you could just pull them slightly back to the left. Ooh, feel the strength in your body. Good. And then slowly, slowly lowering that right arm. Good. Let your head hang. Maybe even gently shake your head, yes. And shake your head, no. All right, shaking it, no, saying no. I am not going to focus on the ripples on my thighs and the wrinkles on my face. Shake your head, yes. I'm going to notice and pay attention to the beautiful functioning systems of my amazing body. And then you're going to center that right arm or hand in the chair, and then left arm sweeps out and up. And as you exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper. Good. A nice prasarita, right? This is called Parvita Prasarita, twisting wide-legged fold. You guys look so good. Make sure you're breathing. Nice. And then as you exhale, slowly, slowly lower down that left hand. Nice. And maybe you might actually be able to hold onto the seat of the chair and just pull the hips back a little. Oh, right? So trust yourself, knowing how far you can go. You're holding onto the seat of the chair, like the hips and the lower back and the tailbone, the sitting bones are drawing back. Feel an amazing stretch in the lower back. Right? This is a really good way to release sciatica discomfort, very common pain that people feel. And then slowly pull the hips forward, come up to the palms if you are on those forearms, good. And then heel toe those feet together until they are about hips distance. Soften the knees and slowly roll yourself up. Woo, yeah, good. And then roll the shoulders back and down a few times. Good. And then just bring the hands back behind you, right? Interlace the hands. I'm going to turn around for a moment so you can see, right? Take that same steeple shape that you did when the arms were above the head, right? So it looks like this. Yeah. And then keep it back behind you and just take a nice little stretch in the other direction. Open the heart a little, lift the head, lift the chest a little, squeeze the shoulder blades and breathe. Oh, yeah. Nice. And then slowly release the hands, rolling the shoulders back to a neutral place and finding your way back into your chair. Good. All right. So we're just going to give one little hip love here. We've done a lot of work with the spine, and when the lower back, if people have lower back issues, it often tends to come from the hips more so even than the back itself, right? The hip flexor muscle is connected to the thoracic spine, so we're just going to give a little bit of hip love. So lift up that left leg, right? Hold on behind the leg or perhaps in front of the shin. Right, whatever feels best for you, and then find that good tall spine. Flex those toes, good, and just roll a little through that hip joint. This is like the oil for the Tin Man. Right, and all jokes aside, it's actually, scientifically proven that movement of the joints creates lubrication. We have a natural fluid in the body called synovial fluid, but if it lays dormant, right, like if you were bedridden or something, you'd get rigid and stiff and it wouldn't be activated. Good. And then if you want to take it a little deeper, the next time it comes out wide, you might take a hold of the foot, right? And we've done this before, a little rock the baby. Oh yeah, hello hip. Right, and if that's too much, you stay here. Okay, honor your body. If you're doing that rock the baby, some of you may actually be able to take it really deep and get the outer edge of the foot into the elbow crease, right? And then the knee into the opposite elbow crease. Hello, baby, right? And then maybe if that looks like an insane gesture, then you can just keep a good sense of humor. Yeah, nice. All right. So how do we nurture our bodies? How do we take care of the shell that we live in that allows our spirit to express itself in the world? I know we do it through yoga. Yeah. All right. At least that's one way. Slowly, slowly. Let that leg come down. And then switching sides, maybe feeling the difference, lifting up on the right. Right, flexing and pointing, and then maybe hugging it in around the shin if that feels good. Make sure that that left foot is grounded for stability and start moving through that hip joint, right? Isn't it a miracle also that this is what happens when you move? You like open up it's like opening up the bottle of oil, right? But we don't know what we don't know until we know. Yeah, right, you can stay right there, or you can take it deeper. Maybe you want to hold the hand on the outside edge of the foot and the knee, holding with the opposite hand and then rocking, or maybe pulling it a little closer, lifting up that spine. Oh, happy hips. Good. Right. And some of you more flexy people, right, might get that lateral border of the foot into the arch of the elbow. It's pretty wild, right? And if we can't do it today, perhaps maybe we were able to do it when we had a younger, more flexible body. But that change is not to be looked at in a negative way. It's to be embraced. Yeah. And then slowly, slowly, when you're ready, releasing that leg down. Oh, good. Now finally walking, walking, walking back into the chair. Oh yeah. Good. Finding a comfortable support and relaxing into the seat of the chair. Close your eyes, soften the muscles of your face. Please turn your palms upward. And let's come back to that incredibly important affirmation that we began with. Our message, our intention for today. Tap the pointer finger to the thumb. Grateful for my body. Shift a few more times through that message, finger to finger. Grateful for my body. Grateful for my body. Grateful for my body. Beautiful. If it feels good to you, you can continue that little meditation movement. I invite you here to just soften more into the seat of the chair as we spend about a minute or two in silence and stillness. This moment, a moment for you to observe your beautiful body, for you to be the seer, the one that sees. Watch the rhythm of your breath. Right? When we don't try to control it at all, miraculously, the body still breathes itself. We don't control the beat of the heart. It beats all by itself. What a miraculous, beautiful body. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Maybe wiggling your fingers or your toes. Good. Your body is the vehicle for your spirit's expression in the world. You experience life through your body, and without a doubt, your spirit can only express itself through your body. Today, we are in gratitude of this precious body that expresses your spirit. Bring your hands to your heart center.
Om Shanti, 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 He. Om Peace, Peace, Peace. May this practice always be a source of peace for each one of you. And thank you, thank you, thank you, as always, for honoring me, giving me this gift of being able to guide you through this ancient and most magical practice that we call yoga. Wishing you a fabulous Friday, a happy Independence Day weekend. Stay healthy, stay safe, and until next time, namaste. Good. Thank you, thank you, thank you.